you guys can kind of see what's happening here. All right, so how do I make a reflection? Y'all know?
I guess there's a reflection tool.
Nope. So what we're going to do first is simply, and I'm going to name stuff because this is going to make this easier for me. I'm going to call this Gantt bottle. And I'm going to duplicate it. Just duplicate this layer. The easiest way to duplicate a layer is to hit Command J. Duplicates the layer.
So what was it, Command J?
Yep, Command J duplicates a layer. Now I'm going to take the Gantt bottle copy and call it Gantt reflection, or just reflection, whichever. I'm going to place that one under Gantt bottle. Essentially, I'll have another bottle just floating around now. Right? So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to rotate it upside down because, you know, it's a reflection and all. I'm going to place it kind of where I think it should about go. About there, yeah. Close enough. Now I'm going to take my gradient tool, so my little bucket, or my little line, and everybody just watch and listen and take notes at this point. I'm going to make sure that I select my foreground to transparent. My foreground color needs to be black. So up here, before you do this, and before you use the gradient for the mask, you want to make sure that your foreground to transparent preset is selected and that your color palette is back to black and white. Once I have that done, I'm just going to draw my little line up the Gantt bottle, and that was wrong. That was wrong because I have my pixels selected and not my mask. So I'll hit Command Z, make sure I select my mask, and try again. Yeah, man, thank you. It's helpful. I can come up a little bit more. I'm done. So I'll do it again?
So
Yeah, I'm gonna do it again.
So anything that you do, your mask has to be selected.
Mask has to be what?
Selected.
If you're masking, yeah. And because otherwise if you hit the pixels, you're gonna be like painting over stuff. And that's not what you want to do. Alright, so you've made your nice little bottle, you've got your nice little ad going here, and now you want to add a reflection. You take your object, whatever that is, you duplicate it. By duplicating the background, Command J, or take the layer and drag it to the little page turn at the bottom. Either way, doesn't matter, just duplicate the layer. Or you could go layer, duplicate layer. Rename that layer reflection, or rename the bottom layer reflection so you don't have to move layers. I don't care. Does that make sense? Like, you can do it. Your reflection needs to be below the object. So once you've got your object duplicated and the reflection set up, or at least the layer area, take the bottom layer and rotate it into place where you think a reflection might be. Like, I'm not going to put it here, right? That's not going to work. I wouldn't put it like that. That doesn't work. I'm going to put it kind of up under it, kind of coming out from the bottle. And you could stretch it even a little bit. Anybody not at this point?
Can I turn the snapping off?
Yeah, you can turn snapping off. Sometimes it helps, sometimes it.
Mine's too good to where when you click a certain object, even if you click the layer under it, you click the layer above it.
There's a way to turn that off. I usually turn that off. Sometimes it's really helpful.
Well, it was by default.
They changed a lot of like very minor things in Photoshop this time that are like
That need changing?
yeah, like it's giving a lot of people headaches. Everybody got to this point or close to it?
Yep.
Looks like it. All right, so then you take your gradient tool, making sure you've selected foreground to transparent by clicking on that little box up there. Foreground to transparent. Hitting OK. Making sure that your palette's black and white. Making sure that you've actually selected the mask of your reflection. Once you've done that, starting at the bottom of the reflection, or the bottom of the object for the reflection, I typically go all the way through the length of it to begin with. Like that, to just start it off, to see what it does. And then I'll do it again because I need more of it gone. And then as I want more and more to fade away less, I'll draw shorter and shorter lines kind of going up. But I try to do like 1 or 2, sometimes even 3 big overall ones to get the reflection started and then kind of work from there. So just play with that. Yes, coming around. Hold on, you are on pixels. One quick note real quick before I start coming around. All right, so this is at the point where you guys are gonna start experimenting and you're gonna screw up. And you're gonna be like, I screwed up. Don't freak out. Look for window, history. And you should have a history window here. These are all the steps that you've taken. If you screwed up, just go back to somewhere where you didn't. And start from that point. If you can't figure it out where you screwed up, just keep going backwards until you figure it out where you screwed up. And then start from that point. Yes.
So after you put the reflection and then go back.
You're
to
on the, okay, but look at the way this is working though. Because this is on top, yep, you need to move it down. There now, make sure you got the mask. Just click the mask. Get your gradient tool.
Not behind this?
Nope, gradient tool. Yep. Click up here.
You're done. Don't click anything.
Nope.
Now hit your
Cancel.
gradient. Draw a big line.
Not the drop down. This is that's the problem. It's in the box.
That's what I did, and look what happens.
In the actual color. Yeah, that one.
That's because
You
you
want
didn't cut
the
out
second one.
just
Should
the
be
perfume.
foreground
You
and
copied and
transparent.
pasted
Yep.
both.
Oh,
Hit OK.
dummy.
But you want black as your foreground color. Yep.
Fail.
I mean, you have to make sure that black is the foreground color here because we're trying to conceal the mask. If white is the foreground color, it's not going to do anything.
I thought it just put the one over.
You're on the pixels.